Did I make it back? I think I made it back. Yay. Love technical difficulty. Should make a sticker. It's a technical difficulty. You're the best. I want to use the Fallout guy, but I shouldn't. Well, let's see if everything's hooked up again. I don't think I'm online. Oh my goodness. Am I back online? Okay, you're back. I'm back. Everyone's back. Okay, that's good. I guess Twitch decided that I needed to update. Typical. Okay, so my plan for this one is I'm guessing this rim right here on the inside is going to be super bright white. These rims on the inside is going to be really bright white because that's where the color's coming off first. The next color that's going to come in here is going to be this yellow color. Could be orange, could be yellow. Could be kind of subtle here. We really need that white to shine through there. But I want to give this optical illusion that like the UFOs are invisible. And they're just beaming up cacti. The next thing I want to do is I kind of want to make this a little bit more poignant. There's going to be so much going on in this painting that you're going to be like, oh no. But I wanted this would be a lot more interesting if they were on a playground. Okay, like all parts of this. I would want to put this guy in a sandbox with one of those springy springy, riding things. And so, like, this is why paintings take me forever to do. Let me get a pencil with an eraser. I'll show you what just happened. Everyone will laugh. I went for a pencil with the eraser. Found a really nice eraser pencil. And then realized that it wasn't sharpened. So it doesn't help me on the pencil side. But like what I would want to do is like take this because I don't really like any of these poses, and it would be so much better if like each one of these, like this would look better if he was on like one of those. So here's like the ground, right? And then there's that spring, but the spring is being stretched, right? To one of those bouncy, like, it can't be that big, but like, I don't know. Hippo? I don't know what animal those things are. But yeah, let's do a hippo because it kind of already has this hippo mouth look here. Maybe a hippo will work. I don't know. I don't know if it really matters. But they usually have pegs coming out of the side of their head, which is what our guy needs to be holding on to. And this is getting way too detailed at this point. But he's being pulled up, holding on, one hand curled around here, right? The other hand curled around here. His head being pulled back too, right? Oh man, what's going on up there? And then like the bottom of my cactus guy right here. Right, and the spring's got this thick like spring weight to it. No one will be able to tell what that animal is, and that's fine. So that would be good, right? You're drawing like a little brick sandbox area inside the beam of light. Or is that too? That might be too much. Too much detail. Let's just leave it. Leave it no. None of this. Because I think that's going to confuse our light source. Give us a little bit of vagueness behind where this ends up, right? That's our chord for the thing. This guy, I think, needs to be a little bit thicker. And his head needs to be a little bit rounder here. Maybe the body. This arm's got to go behind an arm in the back, right? Something like that. This guy's good for the run. I like that. There was one way in the back, but I don't think I'm going to be able to fit two in the back. It would be nice to put one on a swing set. But see, these guys are running from the explosion here, right? See this guy? He's on the run. The guy in front of him has stopped. But this guy's still running full speed. Right? I should just have AI draw all this for me. It'd be much easier. At least render a lot of it on its way out. I don't know. The monkey bars would be a cool place to put them too. Just trying to make some decisions. It's such a small part of the whole picture. I'm afraid if I zoom out, it'll be too bright. In reality, it's a very small part. I'm really into drinking plain seltzer water lately. No. So this one should be on a swing. Maybe two of them. You know, if aliens came out of the sky to come get us, I don't know if anyone would be like, that's the worst possible outcome for the future. This guy has to have his mouth wide open. Screaming. Right? Doesn't want to get sucked up. Why this guy's doing that during a war, I don't know. This will give us some space actually to run this cord along this little coastline right here, which is nice. Okay, so no on this guy. She was just a space holder to begin with. Alright, I'll zoom back in for you guys because I think I lost track. Also, painting season's coming to an end where for this year I will have spent enough of my time painting and it'll be time to move on to video editing. So in this exploration of my channel, you know, not everything's super interesting. Where sometimes we're learning different programs and all sorts of stuff. But I'll tell you that I learn way more than just what I show you guys every day on different programs, from using Onshape and different 3D printing programs and all sorts of things that will become the new industry normal. Anyways, so we're zoomed back in to our little space here. We got our little panda or whatever it's going to be. This guy getting sucked up is kind of funny because they were running. There should be a little dock back here. The dock might be like, it's going to be really hard to tell that there's a dock back there, or make it look like there's a dock here. I kind of have to make this out part of the dock. So bring the blue all the way out and make this the dock. But then that's not going to look like, the dock's not that thick. I don't know. We got to figure that out at some point. Maybe they didn't. They just launched it from the side of the water, so maybe there's just the wire. That could also be the plan. For this part back here, we want to put a swing set, but the swing set may be going out of the beam, but probably not. Right? We're going to push that pretty far back into the distance, so we actually want that to be pretty small. Making our characters not having to have that much detail. So let's put this swing set going a little bit diagonal to right about, because it's hitting the ground in the center, right? Something like that. It's not really in the right space. Sorry guys, I got some trash to dispose of. I'm not going to crush that down right now. So I'm going to try to push that back as far as I possibly can, is my plan. I'm going to scoot up a little bit and try to recover chat on my iPad. Be very helpful if it would recover. Very nice. Now 2 people are watching. I can see Kylie's comments easier from here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So game plan is, okay, figure out how to straighten out that little tiny jungle gym back there. It'd really be cool to have one on the monkey bars too. Could be a bigger ship. I was like, well, it doesn't make sense size wise, because technically they should be, it should be pretty close to being even if we're seeing a wide stance. It should be even with the horizon. Okay. Good. And it's if it's even with the horizon, Well, those swings can't be longer than they are to the ground. Whoever saw a swing and made you bottom out. It's the world's saddest swing. My question here, though, how are they going to be holding on to the swing, and are they even going to look like anything? Is it one cactus holding on to both of them? Or is it two little cacti? Or maybe it's just one. One side. Right? So that's kind of the idea of the playground. I would like to put more things into it. There's a really interesting guy who I think my mom or my dad sent me that he can zoom in and out, and the guys definitely have been sent it before, but they zoom into this picture and keep zooming forever. I feel like I could handle that. I'd have been really good at Minecraft in my Minecraft time. So yeah, being stretched out. So that's kind of what I want going on. I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. I need to paint a lot of things white. And paint some things green. I'm going to paint these things green. Just going to go for it. This guy's slowing down and stopping. This guy's mid-stride and he's floating. But he can't do anything about it. He's already in midair. He's in trouble. And you'll know that by the shadows. So you're meant to put shadows on the ground. It's going to be an important part of this process. I want to see something real quick. Alright, and then we're going to paint in the shoulder blades of this guy, and we're going to paint his hands in. We're just using Sharpie markers just to kind of get us through this preliminary sketch work. Really just lays down some color, gives us more of an idea. I am committing to some big things here, but like honestly, I need to get better at like just painting in one go. Because I think even right now, everything I'm painting is not a permanent layer. It's just so we got that guy doing his thing. I bet we're just lost my order. Oh, there it is. And then we're gonna put a little guy way back here, holding on to a swing. Way back in the distance, right? So there's a little bit more of that. All right, let's continue going. Just keep going. So then let's put in the white for this. All right, here's the spring. I feel like I want this to be like light blue. Maybe light blue is not the greatest color for it. We're going to I'm just going to color in this animal. Questionable. On what it is. So there's that. I don't know what animal that is. I don't think anyone knows. pretty dark shadow, I think, way back there. We can see it. I don't know. This we're gonna have a shadow like in this area. Most of that's gonna be well lit up. And this color ground needs to be pretty bright. We have a little shadow right here. Right. And there will be like a shadow on this thing because of the light that source it's coming from above, right? So there'll be definitely shadow under here, under his mouth. I think it's a polar bear. I think that's really what it's gonna be. We need a little shoulder neckline right here though. Important. Is there something wrong with that? Those things always look weird though. That's really what I wanted to accomplish today was try to get that part done. And the next step for this, what I need to get is some sort of wood sealer. So when I do sections like this, I'm gonna have to put like a translucent yellow over it. Maybe give it a different color. I wonder if I just colored the bottom yellow already, like the light on top, right? I feel like this circle needs to be a little bit flatter though, and be so round at the back. If I was gonna do that, which is good practice, right? I think this front piece is good, but I just think it's just gonna be pretty round, like long and round, because we're seeing the width, but not as much of the depth, right? I'll just start somewhere and hopefully we meet our goal. Maybe we'll see more of the front, right? But not really a whole lot of the back. Probably all the front we're gonna see. Gotta get better at drawing these cone shapes. do a little bit of smear technique because I don't really like the texture of that. I think I'm gonna have to bring my line of my hill up a little bit farther there. Yeah. I have a painting that I did. I need to like use it as a reference to figure out um, how I did it. And now the paintings that I did are behind all my. Trying to find it. So copy. It's just terrible because I only took so few pictures of all the paintings. There it is. So here's the painting. Gonna move it closer to everyone. Down some. Down more. Down right there. Can we see it? It's gonna go off before I can show it to you. There's this painting though. And you can't see it, but I used like completely different colors. The colors were really weird and psychedelic, but like pinks and purples and things like that, where it was reflecting down here, which I think I can use for some of the shadowing, where you're going to get shadowing from here down, like you're going to get here, 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 here. You're going to see a lot of that shadowing. That's really going to be my next big, journey, because I'm not really good at shading over my past many years. So here's this little line of wire, right? That this guy, he's holding as he's running. As they're laying it out. And that wire is going straight this way. And it's going to loop back around this way. And come down the beach, and it's going to go wiggle a little bit, hit the shore, and come up here as an actual regular sized wire. Which all looks good. Everything fits, which is nice. Like a puzzle. So hopefully, like, this will all get better. Unfortunately, guys, sometimes the stream doesn't start on time. But you know what? When it gets towards the end of the night, the stream should always end on time. Just add a little bit more out of these guys, which I need to do anyways. Every little bit of explosion kind of helps. I don't know if you guys can see that. But eventually, come in and do all the highlights. Right. Do a better job at all these things. All right, well, I'm going to switch cameras and I'm going to not fall over, tripping over a Sharpie marker. Oops. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. As always, we're here just making things. Like I said, the next couple weeks, we're going to jump back into editing and video editing. I'll jump back and forth. If everything goes to plan and I start working more and I get organized again, which would mean getting out the whiteboard, rewriting the schedule like I used to have. Since I moved, the whiteboard has been shoved into a corner. So it's hard for me to keep to a schedule right now. But as of last year, when I did most of the work, I was editing on Tuesday, Thursdays, and I was bringing you the art stream on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Everything is kind of subject to change, but I think going forward, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold up that schedule. We'll see. It is a healthy schedule for me to work on. 1 hour of like hobby work or artwork or just something creative that's outside of school and teaching is good for me. But that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you back here next time. And as always, thanks for watching. Good night.